Hello, this is the introductory video for week 5 of Introduction to Professional and Technical Writing, RHET 3322. Just wanted to begin with a couple of quick announcements. One is this coming Thursday on February 9th, there is the second event in the Argenta reading series, which this week will feature on Thursday. Graham Gordy will be reading from some of his work. He is someone who is connected to writing for that TV show Rectified, which you might be familiar with. So he's a fairly well-known writer. It's called the Argenta Reading Series. It's being organized by Guy Choate, who is one of our graduates from our master's program. And I will put this in writing on the week 5 folder on the contents page. But the reading will be 6:30 on February 9th, Thursday, 421 North Main Street. It's a little storefront, I think Methodist church, and they're using that space. It's a really pretty cool space to go to a reading series. So I went to the last one, the first in the series, and they had 67 people there. So that's a huge group. And so if you're interested, just put that on your schedule and I can see you there. I also made a little video with Tanner Sullivan on the UA Little Rock Raccoon Club. So we'll give you some information on that. You can just watch that video, which is also in the week 5 folder for this week. Wanted to briefly say that part of mainly what you're going to be doing in this course is watching a video or two every week, and then you're going to be doing some discussion on the discussion board. There are 2 other projects that you need to pay attention to. Let me talk in a little detail on the first one. For the first one, I want you to do some kind of project that will help out other students in this course, or it could be as broad as helping out writers in general. So what we want to do is post some resources for writers, basically. Here's an example of what I'm thinking of. Colton, who's in the course, his father is working right now as a ghostwriter. He's doing some ghostwriting. So I told Colton he could either interview his father or maybe talk to his father. And if he wanted to do the interview, we could just post the video, and then that video is going to be his project. If some of you want to interview one of our alums who's out working in the field and do a similar video, then that would be great. That'll be a resource that'll help students in the course in the future, and it'll help you, I hope, and help other students who are in the course this semester. Another possibility would be doing something like coming up with maybe a guide to doing some kind of thing as a writer. So, a guide to publishing nonfiction essays. How do you go about doing that? Perhaps another possibility would be just maybe coming up with some tips for writers on writing a certain kind of in a certain kind of genre or something like that. So we can talk about this in subsequent weeks, and I think this is due maybe 2 or 3 weeks before the course is over. So you have plenty of time to work on this, but I just wanted you to think about that. The other project is going to be fairly simple. What I want you to do at the end of the course is kind of a reflective piece where you're thinking about, okay, I've learned some things in the course and I know the profession better. Here's what I want to work for. Here's what my goal is as I move through the major and as I prepare for a career. And how am I going to get there? What kind of steps do I need to take to be successful in the career that I'm trying to build for. So I'm just trying to get you to be kind of conscious and metacognitive about where you're going and how you're going to get there, because that really is the purpose of this course. That document could be, um, maybe a page and a half, 2 pages. So it's not going to be terribly difficult, but you might want to start taking some notes as you move through the course on how to go about doing that. The video for this week that we're going to look at is one with Dr. Brian Ray, who's our Director of Composition. Brian is a good guy to talk to and meet with, excellent teacher. He's also a very good researcher. He's going to talk about some of his research on stylistics, and in particular how gender impacts certain kinds of stylistic choices. But I think you'll find it an interesting video. You may want to come in at about the 4-minute mark. As with most of them, there's a little bit of a build up and some small talk. So if you come in at the 4-minute mark, you won't miss anything. So again, on the discussion board, let's have at least one post and a couple of replies. It seems like this past week, things have been a little light on the discussion board. That's fine if we have some light weeks. I just hope it's not a trend. So if you have any questions, contact me. My email. Oh, one other thing. I am going to have online office hours, but I'm going to do it in my office on campus on Tuesday, which I think is February 5th or 6th. And so Tuesday from 1 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, p.m., I'm going to have office hours. So I will pull up the Collaborate online office hours on my desktop, but I'm also going to allow people the opportunity, if you are on campus at that time and you just want to drop by and do a conference face-to-face, you can do that. So that all that information will also be in the Week 5 folder on the contents page of Blackboard. If you have any trouble with Blackboard or have any questions about the course, just let me know. See you online this week.